Hey, so let me ask you this question. Have you ever felt like totally depressed, totally alone, like nobody ever, nobody really cared or was paying attention to you? Have you ever had one of those like woe is me days? Let me tell you something interesting about those moments. Sometimes they're not moments, sometimes they're like total seasons of life that we're in. What's fascinating about those moments of those seasons, the fact I was just dealing with one of my boys, I was working him through this. He had one of those days where like the entire day was just a total shit day for him. And he just couldn't get out of the funk. And you know what was fascinating about that? And this is the thing that he said to me that made him so, this is what pissed him off the most, was that it kept him from working and doing the things that he knew he was supposed to do. So you ready for this? He allowed a lie that was coming from his past, something that was coming from his past. He was allowing this lie to affect his future. He was allowing this lie that he was telling himself to affect the things that he needed to do to change his life. Isn't that a crazy, vicious cycle that we get into? Every single one of us knows what this is like. But I want to speak something to you, and this is really important. This little principle right here is one that can radically transform you in those moments. What do you do when you feel like you are you're so low that you can't move forward, you can't think, you can't concentrate, you're believing a lie that you're not worthy, you're believing a lie that because you've tried it before and failed, you can't try again. Those moments where you are believing the lies that other people are saying about you, or maybe you're believing the lie of your past because you have something in your past that you wish you could change or you wish you could erase. What do you do in those moments? How do you pull out of those funks? Are you ready for this? This is so simple, but it will transform your life if you do it. Sit down immediately and write a gratitude list. That's it. 10 things. You sit down and you write down 10 things that you are thankful for. And then you start to go over that gratitude list and you start to focus on the things that are happening in your life at that moment that you can be thankful for. Watch what happens. This is like supernatural, crazy thing happens where you get pulled out of that funk, you get pulled out of that like spiritual darkness, you get pulled out of that lie that you're believing, and you get this laser focus. And in fact, you'll find yourself start laughing, you're gonna start smiling, you're gonna start enjoying life from an entirely different perspective from one simple little task of writing out that gratitude list. Because here's the truth about this funk that we get in, whatever you want to call it, is that when we get in there, we begin to sulk and we begin to marinate on all those bad thoughts and we begin to marinate on all those things about our past or the things that we're not capable of. What happens is that if we don't interrupt those things, they actually become our normal way of thinking. Some people never pull out of this, but I'm telling you right now, if you want to interrupt those moments, you want to interrupt those seasons, start with the gratitude list. Start reading over it, thinking about it, pray over it, whatever you got to do, and watch how supernaturally and quickly you pull out of that funk. And then the laser focus that you're going to get back to work, to doing the things you need to do to be successful. Receive it. You are totally worth it. Live the best.